question, isn't it? But it's one that we need to ask in relation to designing and delivering our SBCC programs. And I would like to do a quick participatory demonstration that people tend to do more what we show them than what we tell them. Okay, can I ask you all, please, can you all do that? Can you all do that, please? Hold your hand up like that. Great. So now can you put that on your chin? Put that on your chin. Put that on your chin. Put that on your chin. 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 I think I made my point. So you've just had a 30-second multisensory learning experience about multisensory learning. And it was also one that engaged most of you emotionally. Either through the embarrassment of sitting right there until you realise suddenly, oh God, it's there. Or for some of you, it's the smugness of, yeah, I've sussed out the trick, while those around you are still doing that. And this has already introduced two of the factors that relate to enhancing SBCC programs. So the first factor is to do with the level of emotional engagement. Do we create association like football fans at a match? They're highly associated, highly emotionally engaged. Or do we create a more dissociated experience where we kind of observe things in a more objective, emotionally disconnected way? The second factor deals with the number of senses that we use. Do we just present verbally? Or do we use some visual aids as well? Or do we create a full multisensory learning experience? Which harks back to the wisdom of Confucius, summed up here. I hear, I forget, I see, I remember, I do, I understand. Or to give it my own contemporary twist, we need to combine visual and auditory and kinesthetic all together. Because we each have different preferences for our learning style. So if we combine all three major sensory modalities, then we engage everyone and we leave no one behind. The third area is to do with how we present information. If we take the example of healthy timing and spacing of pregnancy, do we just present it in a direct, factual way? Or do we maybe use a metaphor? Maybe planting maize seed. Too early, too late, too close together, or at the correct spacing. Fourth one deals with the type of thinking we engage with, either System 1 or System 2 thinking, as defined by Professor Daniel Kahneman in his book Thinking Fast and Slow. If you cast your mind back to the last time that you either bought or rented a property, did you have a long list of weighted criteria against which you evaluated each option? Or as you walk in, you actually get the sense that this is it, I just know it, this just feels right, and I know it in my gut, this is the one for me. So System 2 thinking is logical, it's analytical, and it's very deliberate in its reasoning. Whereas System 1 thinking is intuitive, it's emotional, and it's fast. System 1 tends to beat System 2. So often the decisions we often make essentially using System 1 thinking, and then we justify and rationalize them using System 2 thinking. So System 1 plays a key, and Kahneman suggests a leading role in the decisions we make and the actions that we take. So it's absolutely vital to design or redesign our programs so that they fully engage with System 1 thinking, not just System 2 thinking. So, how do we achieve this? If we address or deliver programs using the elements on the right-hand side there, we tend to engage primarily with System 2 thinking. Whereas if we create emotionally associated, multisensory, metaphorical learning experiences, we're more likely to engage with System 1 thinking. And I now want to share an activity that does precisely that. It starts off with asking participants to imagine the future they want in an associated way. What do they see, hear, feel? Describe it to your neighbour as though you're already there now. So an associated experience represented by this attractive island. And then we introduce some of the challenges on the way to the island. So if our focus was financial wellness, so the island represented our financial goals, this would probably be a loan shark. Whereas if we wanted to focus on sexual health, this could maybe be HIV, this other STIs, and this the hippo of unintended pregnancy. So to avoid these challenges, we invite participants to try walking across this narrow stick bridge, which represents the different types of prevention. Some people cross fine on the single bridge, others fall off, and others need the second yellow bridge to actually cross safely. So this creates a multi-sensory metaphorical experience of using the bridges, which can, in this case, they can represent many different things, but in this case they can be white, blue, abstinence and then mutual faithfulness, and yellow, condom use. So using those options to avoid HIV, STIs and unintended pregnancy in order to reach your goals and dreams in life. So it also engages people in an emotional, associated way that connects with our intuitive System 1 thinking. People feel the vulnerability of having just a single bridge, and they feel the value of having the second bridge as an option for support if they need it. They feel it instead of just talking about it, and that makes the difference. A group of religious leaders in Ghana participated in this activity, and that resulted in a shift from being rigidly opposed to any discussions whatsoever about condoms to agreeing to include condoms in their health education programs for their communities. This was incorporated in Ghana's national Stop AIDS Love Life program, to which was attributed a more than 50% increase in condom use. So a shift of focus to the left can definitely contribute to enhancing program impact. But this doesn't apply in all situations, and it's not about changing one approach for another. We actually need to use both. And for example, we need to engineer varying levels of emotional engagement in different situations. It is most productive to facilitate emotional association with positive outcomes, desired behaviours, and our metaphorical future island. However, sensitive and challenging issues are much better addressed in a dissociated, emotionally disconnected way. Let me illustrate. Can I just ask you to, maybe you, can you stand up and tell the group about your sex life and your relationships? Issues you have, so that we can all discuss them. Okay, so we're not going to go far with that approach. However, if instead of that, we offered you this range of laminated card characters and invited you to select one of these characters and tell the story of this character about their sex life and their relationships and their problems, and then we can get suggestions from the whole group as to what this character might do. This allows a highly dissociated exploration of these issues in a way that is much more objective and productive. So to conclude, it is vital that we make selective and situationally appropriate use of both of these approaches so that they complement each other and accelerate our journey to enhance program impact. I hope that you have understood what I've said and also that you have felt what I mean. Thank you.